Our industry is made up of three components. The first being the issuing cardholder side, the second being Visa, MasterCard, and then third would be the processor, which is us. The majority of the fees that a merchant will get will be coming from the issuing cardholder side, and that's what's called interchange. The secondary fee would be coming from Visa, MasterCard, and that's what's called dues and assessments. And then finally, we have our processing fees. The reason why it can be so challenging for a merchant to understand our industry in terms of fees is because we all priced out accounts differently, and how that comes to the merchant they may not understand the comparisons between different companies. For instance, we have what's called interchange pass-through pricing, which basically passes through all those fees over to the merchant. And then we add our small percentage above that, and it's a lot easier for a merchant to understand where those fees are coming from. Then you have tiered pricing, and there's three categories for that. You have a qualified rate, a mid-qualified rate, and a non-qualified rate. That means we're averaging those fees into those three categories, and in general, that cost is higher to the merchant because we're averaging in our cost. Finally, you have what's called just one rate, which is called a qualified rate, and then the merchant gets charged a downgrade or surcharge every time there's a different type of transaction, such as a keyed-in transaction versus a corporate card or commercial card, or even a different industry, and those get charged at a higher rate as well. And that is the reason why our industry is so challenging to a merchant.